Hey everybody, welcome. We are simply here today on this podcast to share some exciting news. I'm Tristan Nelson, COO and owner of Nelson's Buildings.
And I'm Lance Nelson, COO and owner of Nelson's Metals.
We don't currently have plans to become full-time podcasters or anything or start doing this every week, but we do think this is something we may do every so often when there's something worth talking about, right? So with that in mind, please like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy seeing our products, if you find what we do interesting, or if you're just plain satisfied to hear us yap for a little while.
Today, though, we do have something important to talk about. There have been some changes happening with Nelson's Buildings and Nelson's Metals. Instead of letting people guess, assume, or fill in the blanks, we want to sit down and explain it ourselves. As we're going to talk about today, Nelson's Metals is now operating as Legacy Builders.
Legacy Builders. And that is really the heart of this conversation. Nelson's Buildings, which is not Nelson's Metals, right? And we've always had to explain that before, is going through a brand refresh with a new logo and updated look as well. So Nelson's Metals is changing its public-facing name to Legacy Builders, and those are two separate things, but they are happening around the same time. So we really just wanted to sit down here and explain the why, the what, and what our customers and just the general public can expect moving forward.
And probably most importantly, we wanted people to know that there is no drama behind this, no split, no negativity, no big hidden story. This is simply growth, clarity, and positioning both companies for our next stage.
Yeah, to understand why this matters, you really just have to go back to the beginning, right? Nelson's Buildings started in 1998 with our parents, Richard and Zany Nelson, and for our family, right? Nelson's Buildings was never just a business name. It was our name. It was attached to how we treated people, how we handled problems, how we built trust with the community, and we stood behind what we sold, right? Like, that's our name. It matters to us. The old logo has been around for a long time, and that matters. It is familiar. People recognize it. Around here, it's become, in its own way, it's almost iconic locally. So we did not take the idea of changing it lightly. We're actually a little nervous about it. This is a big change for us, and the saying, "Don't fix it if it ain't broke," and it's not necessarily broke. We just reached a point where the logo did not fully represent where Nelson's Buildings is today. The company has grown, standards have grown, the customer experience has grown, and visually we needed something that we could carry the brand into for the next 10, 20, 30 years and onward.
Yep. And I think that is important because people hear rebrand and sometimes they think everything is changing. But with Nelson's Buildings, it's not a reset. It is not walking away from the reputation. It's more like bringing the outside up to match what the company already is.
Yeah, so this new Nelson's Buildings logo was designed to feel simple, modern, and timeless, but still grounded, right? The roof line, it represents protection, structure, and stability. I just love that roof line, man, because it also is an arrow that points to heaven, right? And us being believers and Christians and grounded in our faith, that matters to us, right? But the NB mark underneath is meant to feel like a stamp, something strong enough to stand on its own, just like our products, right? And that is really what Nelson's Buildings has always tried to be, a trusted storage solution. Something practical, something dependable, something trustworthy, something people can feel good about putting on their property and have peace of mind.
Yep.
Now on the other side of this, we do have Nelson's Metals, and that is a completely different situation, right? Nelson's Buildings needed a visual refresh. Nelson's Metals needed a name that better fit what it had become,
Yep. In 2019, we started getting involved in pole barns. We were actually a dealer for another pole barn company at the time, and on the very first job, we ran into some challenges. We are not here to name names or make that about anybody else, but the simple version is the job had to get finished, and we were the ones who had to make sure it got done right.
Yeah, that thing, I remember that job specifically. Our delivery guy for sheds at the time, and you and a few other people, even one of our office reps had to get out there and reinstall some purlins that were installed upside down, trim that was installed upside down. Like that whole roof was unstable. They left trash in the yard. There was a water line that busted. Like it was a nightmare. And we're like, man. So I'll just kind of let you take that right there, right
Yeah,
there.
I mean, with that being said, there was a need for us to offer pole barns to our clients, and at that time we realized, all right, we have to get into the pole barn industry.
Yeah, like we can do better than this, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, totally.
yep. And originally, Nelson's Metals was going to be more of a component and material company. That was the direction we saw for it early on. When I joined Nelson's Metals in 2022, I really began to focus heavily on the pole barns. We began to see more and more clearly that there were customers out there looking for a reliable pole barn company. Not just someone who could throw up a building, but somebody who could communicate, follow through, and build something that was going to hold up.
Yeah, man, I was so happy the day that you joined the company. I remember being so excited and just ready because of your detail orientation. Like, you genuinely care about how every little thing looks, and it just has to be perfect, right? And now here you are with your contractor's license, and I mean, dude, I'm just proud of you, man. But that was really the shift. Nelson's Metal started with one idea, but the market just continued to show us another need. Like, there are plenty of component companies out there. There are not a ton of reliable pole barn companies in our market. As Nelson's Metals grew, one thing became obvious, right? So the names were too similar. Nelson's Buildings and Nelson's Metals sounded connected because they were both Nelson names. And natural people would ask, what's the difference? Like, you even just said you just got asked that the other day, right?
Yep, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's definitely a reasonable question. Really, with Nelson's Buildings, that company is a retail store for outdoor buildings and storage, and the other had become a contracting company specializing in post-frame and pole barn buildings. Those are different businesses serving different needs, but the names did not make that clear enough.
No, they didn't. And when the public is confused, that's on us to clarify it. We don't want people guessing. That loses us money. That loses us clients. That hurts the growth of our company and people talking about it. And although we've built a good name, we just want to eliminate confusion, So we want the name to explain itself and explain what the business does,
For sure. Nelson's Metals, too, there's another layer behind it because we do interact with other shed companies and dealers. And some of the businesses sell sheds just like Nelson's Buildings. So having the Nelson name attached to Nelson's Metals could create confusion for sure.
Yeah, but we've just found as we're traveling around the state, we've built this name, and people are like, Nelson? If I'm going to be a dealer for Nelson's Metals, then I don't want the Nelson name out there. I know that y'all sell sheds. I know that you sell metal buildings. You sell some of the stuff that I'm selling and compete with me, and I don't want that. I want to sell your pole barns, this awesome product that you have, but I also want to be able to have it feel like its own product and not like my competition is on my lot. And that's not our goal at all. So we had to take a look in the mirror and see what we needed to do to change the name from that aspect as well.
Yep, for sure. And beyond that, from a customer perspective, we wanted the two brands to stand on their own. That is really key. This is not stepping away from the Nelson name because we are proud of it. We really are. It is the opposite. Nelson's Buildings is keeping the Nelson name because that name has earned trust. Nelson's Metals needed a name that better explained what it had become.
Yeah, if
Definitely.
We're saying metals and we're a full-scale contracting company, then it doesn't make a ton of sense, right? So, you go ahead and Make the
sure.
announcement, man. Let everybody know.
Without further ado, Nelson's Metals will now be operating as Legacy Builders. And that name was not chosen randomly. Legacy Builders represent what we are trying to build, who we are trying to serve, and the standard we want to be known for. The word legacy matters to us because the company is being built with generations in mind. It is family, it is long term. It is not about doing something quick or moving on. Over generations, starting with our parents and being passed to their sons, when someone invests in a pole barn or post frame building, they are often building something that will serve their family, their property, their farm, their business for decades. That is not a small thing.
No. I mean, many of our barns go into community events and community centers, and people use, like, these buildings are buildings for your legacy. They're buildings for your community, your family. All of that, man. It's a generational thing, isn't it? And that connects really well with the new name. Legacies are built for generations. That means two things. It means the company is being built by generations of family, and it means that the product is being built with generations in mind.
Exactly. Legacy Builders is not trying to be the cheapest option. We are not trying to race to the bottom. We are trying to build something people are proud of, something that lasts, something that makes sense long term. There are companies out there that can build something fast and cheap, and for some people, that may be what they're looking for, but that is not the lane we're trying to run in. Legacy Builders is positioned as a premium product, better planning, better processes, better communication, better materials, better results, built for a legacy.
I love that. So to be very clear, there's no drama here. There's no split. There's no negativity, no falling out, no hidden story. I heard the other day somebody said that we opened and closed 19 times over the last 20 years. I'm like, buddy, I've been here the whole time. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's just funny how people start to talk and how the rumor mill starts to grow for no reason whatsoever. But there's none of that. We are here to tell you today. It's just simply us repositioning both companies so each one can grow the right way.
Same family, same people that have been doing it for 28 years. Our parents have really built a legacy, and now we're naming Nelson's Metals Legacy Builders. Legacy Builders is forging a new identity throughout the southeastern United States for pole barns and post frame. This is just clearer branding.
That's all. It's clearer branding. And I love the name Legacy because Richard, our dad, he has always loved that name. He's always used it with random stuff. He's like his gamer tag is RX Legacy for Richard Zaney Legacy. So, it's paying a little bit of homage to the OG, So that's pretty cool too. We wanted to say that directly to you guys because in a local community, when people see a new logo or a new name, they start asking questions. That's completely normal. But rather than letting rumors or speculation fill the space, we wanted people to hear it straight from us. Our parents, Richard and Zaney, they built something that lasted a long time. So it means that we're just going to simply update it and continue to grow, and that is what it is.
For sure. We are excited about it. We feel like Nelson's Buildings is stepping into a cleaner, stronger future with a new visual identity, and Legacy Builders is stepping into a name that finally matches where the company is going.
Dude, I'm looking forward to that so much, man. It's going to be so easy for people to say, oh, Legacy Builders, Legacy Pole Barns, Legacy Post Frame, Legacy. We're doing stuff for like golf now. We've done some outdoor products and whatever people need. We'll get it done for them. We're building homes now, man.
Yeah, full barn doors, pavers, beautiful work.
All kinds of stuff.
Really quality work. You can look at all the videos and we have a really good portfolio now to where it's like, holy crap. Yeah. Like, this is nice stuff.
But there's another piece that we kind of talked about a little bit a few minutes ago that you might have caught, but we're about to dive right into it. And honestly, it is something we've been building here behind the scenes for the last 5 years almost. And so
Yep. This is where Legacy Builders really starts to show what it's about just beyond the name.
we're shifting gears here. So this is completely separate from the rebrand conversation, but it does connect to the bigger vision, because Legacy Builders is not just about the projects that it builds. It's also about the standard it is trying to help create.
Definitely. We're not just talking about the major projects we take on directly. We're also talking about removing the barriers to entry across the industry. And that is where our dealer program comes in. Dealers local to you will be able to clearly communicate the product that you're being involved in.
Yeah. And from a customer standpoint, that matters. People want to work with somebody who understands them, understands the property, understands the local region, understands their community, and can guide them towards something that fits their lifestyle.
Definitely. The simplest way to explain it, we wanted to build a system that helps local dealers serve customers better, because every area is different, every customer base is different. What people need in one community may not be exactly what other people need in another. Local dealers understand their people. They know the area, they know the needs of their community, they know how customers want to be served. Our goal was to give them a system, a product, and support structure that helps them do that well.
Yeah. It's always nice whenever the person that you're purchasing a product from is able to talk to you about what's happening in their town, is able to talk to you about directions to their job site because they understand the street name and they're close by. They understand what their demographic is, and if they are going to be this budget-centric area or if they're going to be a high-end area. Whatever it may be, we want to be able to serve them. And there's no better way to do that than to get boots on the ground in that local spot, right?
Definitely. Yep. Our dealer program was not something we just threw together. It's taking years of work, trial and error, refinement, and learning what actually works in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if we knew on day one how difficult this could be,
we would probably never started it to begin with, would we?
No.
It was pretty rough, man. But we got in too deep. We realized, hey, we've been working on this now for 10, 12 months, and then it became 18 months, and then it became 24 months, and we're not turning back. We're gonna finish what we started.
Yeah.
And
years went by, and we've always had the vision of the dealer program, and we're like, do we go ahead and launch it? Like, we're having those conversations in our leadership meetings, and we're like, should we launch it yet? And it was always one of us. Whenever one of us was like, all right, it's ready, it'd always be the other one that would say, hey, let's go ahead and take a step back, get a few more things pushed out. Let's be patient with it. We wanted to make it super clear to our dealers, super clear to our clients, make sure that the experience top to bottom was great.
So what are some of the tools that we've tried to put together for people, man?
Quoting tools, sales materials, install guides. You need lead support. You need project management systems.
Yeah.
You need a product that can be explained clearly and delivered consistently. We have a 3D builder. We've put in the hours on this.
Yeah, but and then once you get it on paper, you got to make it happen in the real world. There is some tangible stuff. Like, it's easy to plug it in on whatever your app is, like Canva or whatever it may be, Adobe, and make something look pretty, make it look good. But now you got to go out and you got to execute it. You've found your project management system. You found your CRM. You got to actually go out and do it now.
Yeah.
And
while still figuring out ways to where we can bring the quality, build the legacy, and still keep costs down.
Yeah.
Like ordering our materials by the semi-load, getting correct systems in place where when we put in a material list, we know down to the screw what's going out to that job site and what's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the underrated part of this is the dealers that we're choosing.
Oh yeah,
We're not just picking any dealers. We're picking people that are aligned with us. And we have walked away from more dealers and decided it's not a fit than ones that we've actually said yes to. Um, we're not just out here to sign up anybody. We don't want to become any company that's just throwing out a dealer program, because there are a lot of those, um, and some of them are great, and some of them have executed it and done very well, and then other ones have just they've missed the buck, man. They've fallen short, and we didn't work on this for 5 years to come up short on it. We have
definitely.
worked our tails off. I've lost years off my life. You probably have too, trying to get this done. And here we are. And we're going to find good business partners that are aligned with us, that everybody, they feel good about us, we feel good about them, and we know that our client and our community is getting served the right way.
Yeah, definitely. And not only are we picking and choosing our dealers, but just across the pole barn industry and post frame industry, there's just inconsistency everywhere from a builder perspective. Not because people don't care. This is why it took so long for our clients and our dealers. We're not just building a sales folder or sales materials. We're building a model that's actually useful
Yeah,
and accurate in the real world.
exactly, exactly. And we're uniquely positioned, right? Because not only have we grown up in this our whole life, our parents being dealers for sheds and metal buildings and outdoor products, but we have been a dealer, like just you and I, professionally now for some years, and like I've been doing that for 10 years now,
Yeah,
and pressing, like always thinking about how to grow it, what to do next, everything like that. And I feel like looking at what a dealer needs, that's the only way that this could have worked.
definitely. Well, there's nothing in place from the pole barn or post frame industry like what we've created. There's inconsistency everywhere in the industry, and taking your experience
Yeah.
and everything, we've just seen that inconsistency. Not because people do not care, but because not everyone had access to the same tools, support, materials, experience.
Right.
And when that happens, the customer experience can vary too much.
It's not just me, right, man? It's you and your builder's background, where you came from. You are a contractor now. And
Yeah.
that isn't just, they don't let you do that anymore easily. It's not just about knowing a guy. Like, you had to go to school for this, and you were a project manager at a very young age. So putting those two things together,
Yeah.
man, we're cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And your experience with selling tubular steel
mhm.
and everything in the past, like you understand the ins and outs of
Yeah.
the building product
Yeah.
itself, and now we've taken the sales side of it and the field side of it
Mhm.
and putting it all together.
Yeah.
Um,
And that ultimately helps the customer, because
yes.
customers are not trying to just simply buy a building and move on. Because a lot of times, if you just buy a building and move on, I mean, the building might move.
Yeah.
And so they're also buying peace of mind. So they're buying something that they expect to be there for a long time. Why spend $5,000 on something if 6,000 would have got you something that actually stayed, and the 5,000 isn't going to be there in 5 years?
Yeah. So major customer benefit from this, and we had a goal. How do we make it easier for our local dealers to serve customers with confidence? How do we help them quote more clearly, communicate better, manage projects better, and deliver a product that everyone can feel good about?
Yeah, yeah. So better systems, create better experiences. The industry does not need more options; it needs more consistency, right? Um,
Yep.
and we're making it easier to do great work by getting in these people's community. So
So we build a dealer program that provides real support. Things like these quoting tools, sales materials, install guides, lead support, project management systems. But the point is not just the tools themselves. The point is what those tools create. a more consistent process for the client, clearer expectations, and a better experience.
Yeah.
But the big picture is simple. We wanted dealers to have what they need to serve their clients well with our experience. We feel that we are uniquely positioned to do that.
Yeah. God's given us that opportunity, right, man? We couldn't have done it without him.
Yep.
So it's humbling. And hopefully he gets the glory for all that we do, you know?
Definitely.
And from the outside looking in, the customer may not care what system is being used.
Definitely.
They're like, I just want a building, right?
Yeah.
But I do know this. Customers care whenever communication's better.
Yep.
They do care whenever things are more organized.
Yep.
They care whenever they get a call back or things are less confusing and they've been communicated with along the whole process from lead funnel all the way to the install.
Yep. These investments could be one of their biggest investments on their property. We want our clients to feel confident in what they have invested their hard work into. They're working every single day. It matters. We understand what the client has put into it, and we want them to walk away with that
feeling
good
about
experience.
it. Yeah. And that's what Legacy Builders stands for, right? So
Yep. It's not just about the buildings we put up ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the standard we're trying to help create. The word legacy isn't just a catchy word. It is a filter. If we are going to support a product, a system, a dealer network, it needs to be lined up with that standard.
Yeah, and from our side, the clarity helps everyone, right? Nelson's Buildings is going to continue to do what it has always done as a trusted retail store for outdoor buildings and storage and, many, many more things. We do a lot more than that, but we're getting back to the core, the basics of what we do, what got us to where we are with our blessings and everything like that. So we're getting back to our roots with Nelson's Buildings, recentering, and then Legacy Builders has its own lane with post frame buildings, pole barn buildings, and any other goals or projects our customers need us to accomplish. It can be anything, and we will make your legacy become a reality. Now each brand can operate with more clarity, more professionalism, and more focus.
Yep. We're excited about this and where this is going. We are thankful for the people who have supported both companies, and we're thankful for the customers, dealers, team members, and community that's helped us to get there.
Yeah, that's something that we can stand behind every single time. So that's our big announcement.
Yeah.
Nelson's Buildings has a refreshed look, and Nelson's Metals is now operating as Legacy Builders. And Legacy Builders is continuing to build out a dealer program that we believe can help create better experiences for customers throughout the southeastern United States. And again, there's no drama in this story. There isn't anything to speculate on. It's just simply growth and clarity and us honoring and paying homage to where we came from and building toward where we're going.
That's right. If you are in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, you can go to your local dealer and get a super quality legacy building that's built to last you generations. We're just getting started, man. I'm excited.
Me too. Yeah, man. We are just getting started. And if you made it all the way through this, sorry that you had to endure listening to us yap. You didn't have to. We didn't make you stay on. Just if you don't mind, like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to us. We'll try to keep you up to date on what we're doing with our projects. And I think that we're going to do this again, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we might not be doing it regularly. Obviously, you're a very busy man. And but when we have something worth sharing, we'll hop on here and go ahead and knock this thing out,
Let's do it.
Thank y'all so much. Have a good one.